All right, so we're going to take this into a whole bunch of twisting, and I'm going to cue this into a version of side crow. And keep in mind, side crow is an arm balance. You don't actually have to balance the sucker on your hands. The whole point of coming into the pose is to take things into a deep twist. The twist is good enough by itself, but here's what we're going to do once we come to that point. So just a quick demonstration. So what's going to happen during the flow from here is you're going to come into a position where you're kind of in a crouch, all right? You're going to start from plank with both feet down, both hands down. Stay on your toes, sink back. You can walk the hands in just a little bit closer, and then you come forward with a cross step. So I'm going to step my right foot forward up into the left and lift my left hand. So the legs are already crossed, and this is where you're gonna take yourself into the twist. You might have to shift forward and back and a little bit side to side. I gotta watch my mouth here. And then to come into the twist, I'm gonna press my left elbow into my right leg and bring the left hand down to brace this, and this holds the twist. So my chest is forward as my hips are turned to the side. Now, if it's strenuous enough to be here, you can just drop the back knee and hold. Try to pull your chest forward as much as you can, and this is good enough. If you want to take this further, you can just take it step by step toward balancing. And for that, you just keep the back knee lifted, start to lean your shoulders forward, pull the elbows back, maybe to see if you can lift your front foot. And if you want to take it further still, you can keep leaning forward. And as long as you keep that extended leg back, you're not going to fall, keep in mind. But if you want to take it even further, you keep leaning forward and maybe lift that back foot and just take it to where you can. Even just moving into it briefly. But the whole thing is to actually get into the twist, breathe into it, and then if you want to take things further, just move into it step by step. And you don't have to take things all that far, keep in mind. So just work it as best you can. Get ready to shift around a little bit. So all that said, let's go ahead and start this in child's pose. So that's going to be on the shins, big toes pointing toward each other, knees wide, wider than your hips. Sink your seat back toward your heels. And then walk your hands forward, sink your torso down low between your thighs. Bring your forehead all the way down to the mat. And then just close your eyes. So just give yourself a moment to settle in here like this. Let your mind quiet down. And then just start to deepen your breathing. So with the inhale, draw in as much air as you can. Fill up your lungs. Feel the air move toward your low back and hold on to all that breath at the top for just a moment. When you exhale, constrict the back of your throat, so slow your breath down on the way back out. And just work to make your exhales last at least as long as your inhales as you breathe. And then take a deep inhale. And with your exhale, keep your eyes closed, but walk your hands over to the right side. Now extend your torso long over your right thigh, stretch long through both arms. Let your head hang, keep your seat low to your heels. Take an inhale. And then with the exhale, walk the hands back through center, come over to the left. Torso long over your left thigh, stretch long through both arms. And again, keep your head low and just let your hips hang down. Stay low toward your heels. Take an inhale. And with the exhale, bring it back through center. We'll take it a little bit deeper. So walk your hands right. Bring your left hand as far right as you can, torso over the right thigh. But then pull the right hand back just outside your right leg. Push into the floor, sink your left shoulder down, and feel a little bit of a twist and a little bit of a stretch on that left side. With your next inhale, reach both arms in line. And then with the exhale, walk the hands back through center over to the left. Torso long over your left thigh. Stretch the right arm as far left as you can. And then bend the left elbow. Pull that hand back outside your left leg. Push down and sink your right shoulder toward the floor. With your next inhale, reach the arms in line. And then with the exhale, walk the hands back into center. And then toward your knees. Bring yourself to an upright seat. And you can always change your seat here if you like and take a cross-legged seat, whatever suits you best. But take things slow. When you're ready with an inhale, reach the arms up high. Exhale, hands down through heart center. Inhale, reach up high again. Exhale, hands through center. Inhale, arms up high. Exhale through center again. Inhale, reaches up high. And then with the exhale, lean to the right side. Right hand to the floor. Left arm stretching right. Stretch this out long and gaze up high. Just hold here. With your next inhale, come back upright. Reach high. And then with the exhale, lean left. Left hand down, right arm reaching left. Stretch out long, gaze up high, and hold this here. With your next inhale, bring it back to center, arms high. And with the exhale, bring the hands down through center. And then down to the floor. Come into all fours for a moment. Move around. Stretch your hands, stretch your fingers. Let the shoulders and hips move side to side and just feel things out. And we're going to take this into a little bit of twisting right away. So from all fours, wrists underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips. Start to lengthen this out a little bit. Walk your hands forward about one hand's length. And then we're going to thread the needle. Now we're going to twist back and forth. Keep in mind, so be ready to move. With your next inhale, reach your right arm up high. And then with the exhale, bring the right arm underneath, shoulder all the way down to your mat. And then press into your left hand. Inhale the right arm up high again. And with the exhale, come back down. Right arm underneath, bring your shoulder to the floor. Press into the left hand. Inhale the right arm up high. And with the exhale, bring the right arm underneath, shoulder all the way down and stay down. Now, press into your left hand, stack the left shoulder above the right, bring your gaze up toward the ceiling and push that right arm into the floor. If you want to take it further, with your left hand, take hold of your right wrist and try to push your right hand away from you, and that'll keep the twist. If you want to take it even further, you can extend your left leg straight back, reach the big toe, but drop your left hip down toward the floor, and you'll feel the twist even deeper that way. And as you lifted the left knee, set it back down. And then set your left hand down on the floor. Inhale the right arm up high. And then with the exhale, just come back to center. Set the right hand down. And you're back into that stretched out all fours. Other side. Inhale your left arm up high. And then with the exhale, left arm underneath. Bring the shoulder all the way down. Press into the right hand. Inhale your left arm up high. Exhale, left arm underneath. Bring the shoulder to the floor. Press into your right hand. Inhale your left arm up high. Exhale, left arm underneath, bring the shoulder all the way down and keep it down. Now press into your right hand, stack the right shoulder above the left, try to look up toward the ceiling and keep your left arm pressing down. This could be good enough. Now if you want to take it further with your right hand, take hold of your left wrist, push the left hand away from you and that'll keep the twist. If you want to go deeper, go ahead, extend your right leg straight back, reach for the big toe, but drop the right hip down and just breathe with this. All the extra steps are optional, keep in mind. Now, if you lifted the right knee, set it back down. Right hand to the floor. Inhale your left arm up high. And then with the exhale, bring that hand back down, back to all fours. Now, I'm going to bring the legs into the position that we started in here. So walk your knees forward behind your wrists, but then bring the knees out wide again, wider than your hips. Big toes point toward each other, maybe they touch. And then come down to sitting on your heels for a moment. We're going to take this back and forth bridging. Now keep in mind, to make this work, you need to kick your feet down, squeeze your glutes as you press your hips up and forward. And we're going to take this side to side right away. So have the hands behind the shoulders, about shoulder width, stay on your fingertips. And then we'll sweep one arm at a time. So when you're ready, with an inhale, sweep your right arm left, lift your hips, kick down, and squeeze your glutes. And then with the exhale, just come back down. With your next inhale, sweep your left arm right, lift up. And then with the exhale, come back down. Inhale, sweep the right arm left, lift your hips. Exhale, come all the way down. Inhale, sweep your left arm right, open up. Exhale, bring it back down. Inhale, sweep the right arm left again, lift your hips higher. And then with the exhale, bring it back down. Inhale, sweep your left arm right again, lift your hips. Exhale, come back down. Inhale, sweep the right arm left and hold here. Let your head fall back, kick into the floor, keep squeezing your glutes. And reach long through that right arm. Now, if you want to take it even further, stretch your right arm long, kick into your right foot, and work to hover your right knee up off the floor. That's kind of intense. Just take it to where you can. And then bring this all the way back down. When you're ready, take it to the other side one more time. Inhale the left arm over to the right, sweep across. Let your head fall back, stretch long, squeeze your glutes, keep kicking down. If you can take it further, reach with that left arm, kick into your left foot, try to hover your left knee up off the floor. And then bring everything back down. And then once you're down, walk the hands forward, come back to all fours, give yourself a moment, move around. And then let's take this into the wrist from here. Now, I'm just going to turn toward the camera to make this a little bit more clear. So from all fours, walk your hands over to the right side of the mat. You're going to let the upper body twist. Right hand in front of the right knee, left hand forward to the right. And then from here, keep your palms facing down, but rotate the right hand. Fingertips toward your knee and then toward the center of the mat. Rotate your left hand away from the right and then towards center. The fingertips are going to point in the same direction. Now set your hands flat, spread the fingers out wide, dig your fingertips down, and maybe just keep the arms straight and move the shoulders and hips side to side. Now when you're gripping the mat, you're definitely going to feel that stretch moving into the wrists. And if you want to take it deeper, you can bring your shoulders forward, bend the elbows, and maybe sink more weight on your arms, and maybe shift side to side here. But keep that grip, keep that tension in your hands, and just breathe with this. And then once you're ready, come up onto the fingertips and walk the hands over to the other side. So the left hand comes in front of the left knee, the right hand goes forward to the left, palms down. And again here, rotate the fingertips of the left hand toward the left knee and then toward the center of the mat. Right hand rotates away from the left and then toward the center. Now set your hands flat, spread the fingers out wide, grip the floor. And again, start with straight arms, maybe just move a little bit side to side. Keep the hands gripping and feel that stretch moving through the wrists into the forearms. If you want to go further, bring your shoulders forward, bend the elbows, maybe sink more weight down on your arms. And you can move this side to side as well. Just take it where you can right now. And then go ahead, come back up onto the fingertips, walk your hands back into center. And then from here, bring the hands right in front of your knees, maybe about one hand's length. Now flip your hands over, backs of the hands down, palms facing up, the fingertips point towards center. And then with your fingers spread wide, slide the hands together, interlace your fingers, but keep the palms open like this. Now spread your fingers wide, press your fingertips down still. Try to straighten your arms as much as you can. And maybe you just hold this and this is a good enough stretch. You can bring more weight forward, or you can bring your weight back toward your heels if you want to mellow out a little bit. And you can always just sway the shoulders side to side. That might be good enough. Now if you want to take it further still, then start to bend the elbows, but sink the right elbow all the way down to the floor. Come back up to straight arms. And then go ahead and bring your left elbow all the way down. And come back up. And just keep taking this side to side at your own pace. Now as you're going back and forth, the hands stay tense. Your fingertips are still pressing down. Try to come up to straight arms at least briefly in between. And just keep moving back and forth. And then go ahead, just give it one more round here. Try to finish on the left side before you come back up to center. And then up onto your fingertips, come down to sitting on your heels and take a moment. Shake your hands out, loosen up your fingers and loosen up your wrists. And then once the hands are ready, bring your legs out from underneath you, come to a seat. And then feet in front of you about hips width distance apart, hands behind the shoulders about shoulder width, palms down, fingertips point out to the sides. Press into the floor, lift your seat up off the mat and just stay low. And we're just going to crab walk this back and forth. So just shift side to side, walk this to the back of the mat. And then once you make it all the way back, walk this to the front. And just feel it out. Don't overthink it. Just shift your weight side to side. Now, once you make it to the front, walk back, but this time exaggerate the motion. And try to open your chest to one side and then the other, and really push into your hand. Now, once you make it to the back of the mat like that, walk it forward like that. Again, exaggerate the movement. Press from the shoulder to the palm down into the floor. And then once you make it to the front one more time, just walk this back into center. And at the center of the mat, just set yourself down for a moment. Shake your hands a little bit. And we'll set this up for reverse tabletop. So feet in front of you about hips width distance, hands behind the shoulders, shoulder width. Now you can keep the fingertips to the side. If you want to take it further, you can point the fingertips forward, whatever suits you best. But pressing your palms, lift your seat up off the floor. And take it up and down. With the inhale, press your hips up high. Exhale, sink back down. Inhale, lift your hips up again. And then exhale, lower. Inhale, press high and just hold this time. Keep your glutes squeezing, keep your hips lifted. You could look forward, you can look up, you can hang your head back. But keep your chest lifting as well and just keep breathing. Take an inhale. And then with the exhale, sink back down. Now once you're down, take a moment, shake your hands out just a little bit. And then go ahead and release this. Cross at the ankles, roll forward your hands and find all fours. And then from all fours, we're going to take this into a modified side plank. So wristing the shoulders, knees underneath your hips. Right side's going to be your base. So step the left foot behind the right. And then take a half bind. Bring the left arm behind your back. Palm facing away, draw the shoulder back. And grip the floor with the right hand, kick into the right foot. Now if you want to just stay here, this is good enough. But if you can take it further still, lift that left foot up off the floor and just hold. Keep that left shoulder pulled back. Keep breathing. Now take an inhale. And then with the exhale, release. Come back down to all fours. And then let's take it to the left side. So go ahead, step the right foot behind the left. Take a half bind with that right arm. Bring it behind your back, palm facing away, draw the shoulder back. Now grip the floor with the left hand, look up toward the ceiling, maybe kick that left foot to the floor. If you can take it further, lift the right leg, hold here. Take an inhale. And then with the exhale, back to center, back to all fours. And then from all fours, we'll warm this up a little bit more and move into that cross step that I showed you before. So go ahead, press your palms, tuck your toes, hover your knees. And with your knees lifted, sink your seat down toward your heels. Be sure you can bounce this in place. Now, I want to take this back and forth from here. Actually, before we do this, here's what we're going to do. I want you to go ahead and stack your hips over your knees. I almost forgot one step. You'll have to pardon me there. And just take a light twist. So bring the right knee forward and just touch the left elbow. And then step it back. Left knee to right elbow. And then step this back. Right knee left again. Step it back. Left knee right. And then step back. Right knee left again. Step this back. Left knee right. And then step back. Now right knee to left elbow, hold here. Now drop your left heel, lift your left hand, pull that left elbow toward your belly. You'll open to the left side. And then extend the right leg out to the side and set the foot. Now with an inhale, press your hips high and reach to your left arm, squeeze your glutes. And then just sink back down. Pull the left elbow in, pull the right knee in. Turn back to center, both hands down, back to that crouch with both feet on the floor. Now take it on the other side. Bring the left knee forward to the right elbow, hold. Drop the right heel, lift the right hand, pull the right elbow toward your belly. And then extend your left leg to the side and set the foot down. With an inhale, press your hips up high and reach to the right arm. Hold this. And then sink back down. Right elbow pulls in, left knee pulls in. Turn back to center, both hands, both feet. Go ahead, set your knees for a moment and move around. And we'll be doing that movement a little bit during the rest of the sequence as we go through here. Now let's come back to that crouch, which I almost started with before. So press in your palms, tuck the toes of both feet. Again, hover your knees. And now from here, sink back, bring your seat toward your heels. Now it's going to be a cross step, and we'll take it back and forth. So when you're ready, step the right foot forward, up and to the left, and lift your left hand. And then come back to center, sink down. And then left foot up and to the right, lift your right hand this time. And then sink back down. Right foot up and to the left again. Come back to center. Left foot up and to the right. Back to center here. Right foot up and to the left. Back to center again. Left foot up and to the right. And then back to center. Right foot up and to the left. Back to center again. Left foot up and to the right. And then back to center. Right foot up and to the left. And then sink back down. Left foot up and to the right. And then back to center. Now right foot up and to the left and stay here. And just feel out the twist. So shift back and forth and bring the left elbow outside the right thigh. And then set your left hand down to feel the twist. Now try to pull your chest forward. You can always just drop that left knee down. And just breathe here. It's not supposed to be especially comfortable, but try to lengthen your spine as much as you can. When you're ready, just let go of that twist. Step the right foot back and sink down. And let's take it to the other side. When you're ready, step the left foot forward, up and to the right, lift your right hand. Find the twist, shift forward and back, bring that right elbow past your left thigh, and then set the right hand down to brace this. Now try to pull your chest forward, keep your spine long as your hips are turned over to the right. And you can always drop that right knee down if you need to. And then release, step it back, and sink back down. And go ahead, set your knees down on the floor, take a couple breaths here, and move around. Now you can just stay here and breathe. You can take another stretch if you like, but whenever you're ready, tuck your toes, straighten your legs, lift your hips, and bring this up into downward facing dog. And once you come into position, just take a moment, move around. Now press your palms flat, feel some weight toward the base of your thumbs, sink your chest low to the floor, but as your chest sinks down, press your hips up toward the ceiling as high as you can. Now keep that long upward reach to the hips. If your legs are tight, go ahead, bend your knees. And you can just keep this loose if you like and pedal this out, let your hips move side to side. When you're ready, here, take an inhale. And with the exhale, just bend the knees, look forward, and step this to the front of the mat. Let's take a Ragdoll Fold. So feet about hips width distance apart, deep bend in the knees. Let your belly touch your thighs. Let your head hang. Let your spine round. Let everything go long and loose here. Let the muscles of your neck relax. Now you can hang your hands to the floor. You can reach to opposite elbows if you like, and maybe shake this side to side to loosen further.
And then from wherever you are, just release any grip that you have. Keep your knees bent to begin, but restack your spine. So slowly round this up to standing. Bring your head up last. And then just open up your palms at your sides. Now when you're ready, with an inhale, reach your arms up high. And then with the exhale, just bring your hands down to heart center. Take a moment to breathe, set an intention. Let your mind clear, find your focus. Take a deep inhale. And then with the exhale, just release your hands. With your next inhale, reach your arms up high. And then with the exhale, slowly fold this forward. Hinge at the hips. Start with a straight spine, put a little bend in the knees. Keep your core engaged, move smoothly, and then release at the bottom. Now with an inhale, lift this up halfway. Fingertips to the shins, lengthen forward through the crown of your head. And then with the exhale, just bring your hands to the mat and step this back to high plank. Find your shape. Wrists under the shoulders, palms press to the floor. Press the floor away from you. Press your spine up toward the ceiling and keep that lift. Take an inhale. And then with the exhale, just drop your knees down. Now shoulders forward, elbows back. Bring your chin and chest down low. And then with your next inhale, straighten the arms. Come into upward facing dog. Now pull your chest forward. Stay on the tops of your feet. Kick your feet down. Squeeze your glutes, and that'll take some of the tension out of your low back, keep in mind. Lift with the arms, but lift with your shoulders. Make your neck nice and long. Keep your chest pulling forward. And then take an inhale. With the exhale, pull your belly in. Bring the hips up high, back to down dog. Pedal out for a moment. Let your hips move side to side. Let's take it through our sun salutations here. Steady movement. Take a deep inhale. With the exhale, bend your knees. Look forward and step to the front of the mat. Inhale, lift up halfway. Extend this forward. And then with the exhale, fold back down. Inhale to standing, reach your arms up high. Exhale, fold this all the way back down again. Inhale, halfway lift. And then with the exhale, hands to the mat, step it back to high plank. Now take an inhale here. And then with the exhale, set your knees down. Now shoulders forward, elbows back, bring your chin and chest down low. With the inhale, pull your chest forward, straighten the arms, kick into your feet, upward dog. And then with the exhale, pull your belly in, hips up high to down dog. All right, Petra, take a moment to look at me here. So there's one thing I want you to pay attention to, and most people are not aware of this at all. So when you come into that halfway lift, you have to engage more of your core, more of your abdomen. So what you're doing in that halfway lift is you kind of look like this. So look at how round my back is right now. So what I want you to do is fight that a little bit. So you're trying to reach your head forward and stretch out long and press your low back forward to straighten this out. And you should feel your pelvis move when you do that. So reach your neck forward, reach the top of your head forward, and press your low back down toward the floor at the same time. You'll feel a big stretch on the backs of your legs, and that's what you're looking for with that halfway fold. That's the extension through the spine that you're trying to engage. Does that seem pretty clear? Is that a yes? Okay, just making sure you can hear me. Now keep in mind, while you do this, it's much more important to extend your spine forward like this than it is to straighten your legs. So if this feels too strenuous on your legs, extend forward and put a little bit on the knees, and that's fine. Because the extension through your spine is what you're looking for here, and the engagement of the muscles in your core. And the hamstrings will catch up eventually, but if your legs are tight, just let them be tight. How's that feel? Okay, can you feel the difference in what I'm telling you? Okay, yeah, and just try to tune into it. It's a detail, but it's important. All right, let's bring it back to down dog. All right, take an inhale here. And then with the exhale, bend the knees, look forward, and step to the front. Inhale, lift up halfway, extend this forward. And then the exhale, fold it down. Inhale to standing, reach this up high. Exhale, fold again all the way down. Inhale, halfway lift, extend forward again. And then with the exhale, hands to the floor, step it back to high plank. Take an inhale. And with the exhale, set your knees down. Shoulders forward, elbows back. Bring your chin and chest down low. With the inhale, pull your chest forward, straighten the arms, upward facing dog. Exhale, draw your belly in, hips up high to down dog. And we'll give it one more round. So take an inhale. With the exhale, bend your knees, look forward, and step to the front. Inhale, lift halfway up, extend forward. Exhale, fold down. Inhale to standing, reach this up high. Exhale, fold all the way back down again. Inhale, halfway lift. And then with the exhale, hands to the mat, step it back to high plank. From your plank, take an inhale. With the exhale, set your knees down. Shoulders forward, elbows back. Bring your chin and chest down low. Inhale, pull your chest forward, straighten the arms, upward dog. Exhale, draw your belly in. Hips up, pat it down, dog again. And then just pedal out and breathe here. Now from your downward facing dog, inhale your left leg high behind you. And then with the exhale, bring it forward, knee to chest, shoulders over wrists. Now inhale your left leg up high. Exhale forward, knee to right elbow twist. Inhale the left leg high. Exhale forward, knee to right elbow, and hold here for a moment. Now while you hold, drop the right heel, lift the right hand, pull the right elbow toward your belly, and then extend your left leg and set the foot down. Now like before, with an inhale, press your hips high, reach to the right arm, and breathe here. Keep your glutes squeezing, lift your head, fall back. Keep reaching with the right arm. Now take an inhale. Exhale, just sink back down. Pull the right elbow in, pull your left knee in. Turn to center, right hand down, left foot between your hands, low lunge. Now we're going to balance this here, left with your base. Pull the right knee to your chest, around your spine. And then take hold of the right knee with both hands, and slowly roll this up to standing. Now once you're up, just give yourself a moment and breathe. And dig down into that left big toe. Now once you're balanced, just bring your hands to your hips. And we're going to take this to a standing twist. So left hand comes to the outside of the right knee. Go ahead, pull the right shoulder back and slowly open up your chest to the right side. Now keep pressing your left big toe. Keep yourself upright. If you want to go further, you can reach your right arm back. If you want to take it further still, you can take hold of the right foot and extend the leg forward. Just take it to where you can control right now. Now take an inhale. With the exhale, slowly turn back to center, hands to your hips, and switch feet. Bring the right foot down, and left knee up high. Find your balance on this foot. So dig into the right big toe, keep your gaze forward, and then just keep that left knee high and point the toes down. Now put a little bit on the right knee. We're going to take this back and forth from vertical to facing your chest toward the floor. So hinge from the right hip, keep looking forward, and bring your chest down toward the floor. And then press into the right foot. Hinge back up with that left knee high. Again, like that, take it slow. Hinge from the right hip. Hinge forward, chest toward the floor. Keep looking forward. And then hinge back up the vertical. Pull the left knee up high with you. And then one more time. Hinge forward. Chest facing down. Keep your gaze forward. Hold here. And then take an inhale. Now with the exhale, just go slow. Step your left foot down about 3 feet behind the right. One pace. And then bring yourself upright. So we're just taking this to a pyramid stance. So about 3 feet front to back, still hips width distance side to side so the hips are squared. Both feet flat, left foot points out to the side a little bit. Pull the right hip back, left hip forward. And then bring both hands to your low back. Palms facing away, fingers spread wide. Pull your shoulders back and keep your chest open. The elbows stay wide here. And we're just going to take it down, back and forth to a halfway fold. So take an inhale. With the exhale, hinge forward. Lead with your chest, come down toward halfway. Inhale, bring this all the way up. Exhale, hinge forward toward halfway down. Inhale, come all the way up again. Now with the exhale, hinge forward toward halfway and hold here. Keep your gaze forward, right hip back, left hip forward. And we're going to take this into a twist. Now put a little bend in the right knee, and then release your left hand. So bring the left arm past the right thigh. Now pull the right shoulder back, press the left arm into the right leg and twist. And keep the crown of the head reaching forward. Look up toward the ceiling. And if you want to take it even further, you can straighten that right leg and pull the hip further back. But just take it the way you can. Now with your next inhale, turn to center, hands to your hips. And then go ahead, bend the right knee, slide your left foot back. We're going to take this to a high lunge stance. Now the hips are still squared, but it's much longer here. Deep into the right, left leg towards straight. Pull the left hip forward, right hip back. And then once you got your stance, with an inhale, reach the arms up high. With the exhale, interlace the fingers, palms open, elbows wide. Bring the hands behind your head. And keep your shoulders pulled back, keep your chest open. Now I want to work this into the back leg. So when you're ready here, take an inhale. With the exhale, dip that left knee down low. Inhale, bring this straight up. Exhale, sink that knee down. Inhale, come back up. With the exhale, lower. Inhale, lift your left knee. Exhale, sink down. Now inhale, lift one more time. And with the exhale, sink and just hold just above the floor. Keep breathing, keep your shoulders pulled back. and then pulse. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take an inhale. And with the exhale, both hands down around the right foot, come into low lunge. And we're going to take this into side plank. So the left hand is your base. Roll to the outside edge of the left foot and slide the right foot back. Bring the right hand to your right hip. Now you can just hold this shape with the right foot on the floor. If you can take it further, bring your hips up higher. If you want to stack the right leg over the left, go ahead, take it there. But if you can take it further still, reach the right arm up and then pass your head and keep your hips lifting, keep your gaze up high and just breathe. Now take an inhale. And then with the exhale, just come to center. Right hand comes down, step the right foot back, come into a high plank. Feet about hips width distance apart. And then walk the feet forward, maybe about one step. Now bend the knees, sink your seat back toward your heels like we took when we started the class. And then we're going to come into that twist from this crouch. So step the right foot forward, up and to the left. Lift your left hand. Now, move back and forth as much as you need to, but press that left elbow into the right thigh. Bring the left palm to the floor, and set the right hand down in line with the left. Now you can just hold this. Pull your chest forward. Keep your spine long. Maybe just drop the left knee. If you want to take it further, shoulders forward, elbows back. And maybe just see about lifting that right foot. If you want to take it even further, you can keep leaning forward to lift the left foot as well. If that's too much, don't sweat it. Now when you're ready, go ahead, release this and step this back to high plank. And from plank to the vinyasa, so take an inhale. With the exhale, set your knees down. Shoulders forward, elbows back. Bring your chin and chest down low. With the inhale, pull your chest forward. Straighten the arms, upward facing dog. With the exhale, draw your belly. Hips up high to down dog. And paddle out here. Let's take all that on the other side. With your next inhale, brace your right leg high behind you. And with the exhale, bring it forward. Knee to chest, shoulders over wrists. Inhale your right leg high. Exhale forward, twist, knee to left elbow. Inhale the right leg high. And then exhale, knee to left elbow, stay forward like this. Now drop your left heel, lift your left hand, left elbow toward your belly, open to your left side. Extend the right leg and set the foot. Now with an inhale, press your hips up high and reach to that left arm. Now keep your glutes squeezing, keep the hips lifting, let your head fall back. Take an inhale. With the exhale, sink back down, pull the left elbow in, draw the right knee in. Back to center, left hand to the floor, right foot between your hands, low lunge. Now from here to balancing, right foot's your base. Pull the left knee to your chest, round your spine. Take hold of the left knee, and let's bring this all the way up to vertical. Now once you're up, just give yourself a moment to breathe, dig into that right big toe. And we'll take the standing twist. So left hand to your left hip, right hand to the outside of the left knee. Just go slow, draw the left shoulder back, keep yourself upright as you bring your chest open to the side. If you want to go further, maybe reach your left arm back. And if you really want to go further, you can take hold of that left foot and extend the leg forward. Just take things the way you like. Still balancing here, take an inhale. And then with the exhale, just turn back to center. Hands to your hips, left knee lifted. Switch feet, bring the left foot down. Come to standing with the right knee high. Now just keep that knee lifted, keep the toes pointed down, keep your gaze forward. And put a little bend in your left knee when you move from here. So hinge from the left hip, bring your chest down toward facing the floor. Just take it slow. And then hinge back up the vertical with the right knee high. Again, hinge forward. Bring the knees toward each other, chest toward facing the floor. Keep looking forward. Bring yourself upright, right knee high. One more time. Hinge from the left hip. Bring this down to where you can. Keep your gaze forward. Keep breathing here. And then go ahead and step the right foot down behind him. And just come into that pyramid stance. So again, about 3 feet front to back, hips width distance side to side, about one pace. Now make sure your hips are squared. Both feet are flat. Right foot points to the side at least a little bit. Pull the right hip forward, left hip back. And then hands to the low back, palms open, fingers spread wide. Pull the shoulders back and keep your chest open. Now just halfway down, take an inhale. With the exhale, hinge from the hips, look forward, come down halfway. Inhale, bring this all the way up, right? Exhale, hinge forward just toward halfway down. Inhale, bring this all the way up. Now with the exhale, hinge forward toward halfway one more time and hold. Shoulders pulled back, keep your gaze forward, keep breathing. Left hip back, right hip forward. Now put just a little bit on the left knee, release the right hand, and reach the right arm past your left thigh. Now twist here, pull your left shoulder back, press the right arm into your left leg, bring the gaze up toward the ceiling. You can always straighten that left leg if you want to take it further, but pull the right hip back, right hip forward, and your left hip back and keep breathing. Now with your next inhale, turn to center. Hands to your hips. Bring yourself all the way upright. And then bend your left knee. Slide the right foot back. Find your high lunge stance and lengthen this out. Deep bend the left knee. Right leg towards straight. Right hip pulls forward. Left hip back. Be sure your hips are squared. With an inhale, reach the arms up high. And then with the exhale, hands behind your head. Interlace the fingers. Palms open. Elbows wide. Keep your shoulders back and keep your chest open. And let's take this into the back leg. Take an inhale. With the exhale, dip low into that right knee. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, lower. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, lower. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, lower again. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, lower. Inhale, straighten. Now at the exhale, lower one more time and hover the knee above the floor. Stay tall. Keep looking forward. And then pulse. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take an inhale. And with the exhale, bring both hands down around that left foot. And then let's take that side plank variation. So the right hand is your base. Roll to the outside edge of the right foot. Slide your left foot back. And I'm going to recommend you keep it on the floor. You can stack your legs if you want. But keep your hips up high. Reach your left arm high. And then reach that left arm past your head and try to lengthen out. Bring your hips up even higher still. Take an inhale. And then with the exhale, bring the left hand down. Step the left foot back. Come into your high plank. Feet about hips width distance. Keep your heels lifted. Now sink your seat back toward your heels. You can always slide the hands in closer. And then we'll take that cross step. So bring your left foot forward, up and to the right. Lift your right hand. And find the twist. Right elbow presses into your left thigh. Now bring the right palm to the floor. That will ground the twist. Extend your torso forward. Extend your chest forward. And maybe just breathe. You can drop the right knee if you like. If you want to take it further, shoulders forward, pull the elbows toward you. See about lifting that left foot and leaning into the twist. And if you want to take it further, you can keep leaning, lift the right foot as well. When you're ready, go ahead, step this back, find plank. And we'll take it through the Vinyasa again. So take an inhale. And then with the exhale, set your knees down. Shoulders forward, elbows back, bring your chin and chest down low. With the inhale, pull your chest forward, straighten the arms, upward facing dog. Exhale, draw the belly in. Hips up high to down dog. And pedal out here. Let's take the next sequence. With your next inhale, raise your left leg high behind you. Exhale forward, knee to chest, shoulders over wrists. Inhale your left leg high. Exhale forward, knee to right elbow. Inhale the left leg high. Exhale, knee to right elbow, hold. Now drop the right heel, lift the right hand, right elbow toward your belly. Extend your left leg and set the foot. With an inhale, press your hips high and reach for that right arm, stay lifted. Take an inhale. And then with the exhale, just sink back down. Right elbow pulls in, left knee pulls in. Turn to center, right hand down, left foot between your hands, low lunge. We're going to balance this again. So pull the right knee to your chest and around your spine. Take hold of the right knee. Come all the way up to vertical again. Now dig into the left big toe, keep your gaze forward, slow your breathing down. And then when you're ready, left hand to your left hip. With your right hand, keep hold of the right knee. And then pull it up higher, bring it in closer. And if you can take it further, keep looking forward and maybe lean this back. You can always bend into your left knee, but try to draw the shoulders back. If you want to go further still, here's the option. You can reach that left arm up and back, but stay tall. Keep your gaze forward and keep breathing with this. All right, slowly, if you're leaning, bring yourself back up, right hands to your hips. Switch feet. The right foot comes down. Bring yourself to standing with your left knee high. Now, once you got your balance here, take this into an eagle bind. So bend the right knee, cross the left leg tightly over the right. Squeeze your legs together, sink the hips down. You can always touch that left foot to the floor. Now, once you're down, take a half bind, right arm behind your low back, palm face me, but bring that right hand all the way to the left. And then left hand meets the right. Palms together, fingers interlace, shoulders pulled back again. Keep your chest open, keep looking forward. If you want to take it further, keep squeezing your legs, maybe start to hinge from the hips. And just breathe here. Now with your next inhale, straighten your right leg, lift your left knee. And then slowly open the left knee out to the side, step that foot back. And we're going to take this into a straddle stance. So go ahead and adjust. You can go wide or narrow, heels in, toes out. Start this with straight legs. And then we're just going to take this side to side, keep your chest open like this. So bend deep into the right knee, sink right, and lift the toes of your left foot at the same time. And then come up to center. Deep bend the left knee, sink left and lift the toes of your right foot. Come back to center here. Deep bend of the right knee, sink down, lift the toes of the left foot again, try to take it lower. And then come back to center. Deep bend of the left knee, lift the toes of your right foot, try to take it lower here. And then back to center. Now one more time, deep bend of the right knee, sink to the right side, now hold, lift the toes of your left foot. Right arm stays bound, but release your left hand. Left hand to the floor, lift your right heel, come down to sitting on the right heel with the right arm bound. And keep pressing that left heel down into the floor. Now draw the right shoulder back and keep your chest open. And then if you want to take this further, you can walk the left hand toward your left foot, keep the right shoulder high, and just start to lean this to the left side. Keep breathing here, just take things to where you can. Now take an inhale. And then with the exhale, just bring both hands down to the floor. Now set both feet flat, stay folded, and keep your legs wide. We're going to shift this into a horse stance. So it's heels in, toes out. Bend the knees and bring your thighs toward parallel with the floor. So it's just a wide-legged squat. Now once you find your position, just keep your hips in at center. Right hand stays on the floor at the center of the mat. Left hand to your left knee. Now just keep the hands where they are, and we're going to step over to the left side. So bring the weight to the left foot. Right foot steps back and across. Now stay low and keep your chest facing the floor. And then step the right foot out wide and you're back in horse. Again, weight to the left foot. Step your right foot back and across. Keep your hips low. And then step the right foot out wide. You're back in that wide-legged squat. One more time. Weight to the left foot. Right foot steps back and across. Now stay low. And see about sinking down even lower inside your left leg. Now if you want to take it further, and this won't be for everybody, you can press the right leg into the left. Maybe lift your right foot for a moment. And then go ahead, pressing your left foot, step the right foot out wide. Turn to the right side, bring both hands to the floor and find low lunge. Right foot will be in your hands as you're facing forward. Be between your hands, I should say. And we'll take this into that side plank. So the left hand's your base, roll to the outside edge of the left foot. Slide the right foot back and press that foot into the floor. Right hand to the right hip, just stay lifted like this. And then if you can take it further, right arm high, see about reaching past your head and lifting your hips up higher still. Keep your gaze up high. Now take an inhale. And then with the exhale, just come into center into full plank. Both hands down, both feet down, about hips width distance apart. Now stay on your toes, bend your knees, sink your seat back toward your heels. And let's take it into that cross step into the twist. So step your right foot forward, up and to the left. Now, left elbow presses into your right thigh, and then set the left hand down to brace the twist. Extend your chest forward as much as you can. Maybe stay here. If you're going to take it further, shoulders forward, elbows back, see about lifting that right foot up off the floor. And then once you're ready, step it back, find your plank. Now once you're in that shape, press your spine up high. Take an inhale. And with the exhale, set the knees down. Shoulders forward, elbows back, bring your chin and chest down low. With the inhale, pull your chest forward, straighten the arms, upward dog. Exhale, draw your belly in, hips up high to down dog. All right, we'll even all that out on the other side. So when you're ready here, take an inhale the left leg high. Actually, no, hold on. Inhale the right leg high. There we go. And then with the exhale, bring it forward. Knee to chest, shoulders over wrists. Inhale your right leg high. Exhale, twist, knee to left elbow. Inhale the right leg high. Now exhale, knee to left elbow one more time. Hold. Drop the left heel, lift your left hand, left elbow toward your belly. Extend the right leg to the side and set the foot. With an inhale, lift your hips, reach to the left arm, hold here, let your head fall back, keep your glutes squeezing. Take an inhale. Exhale, sink back down, draw the right knee in, turn to center, left hand to the floor, right foot between your hands, low lunge. And let's take it into balancing. Right foot to your base, pull the left knee to your chest and round your spine. Take hold of the left knee, and let's bring this all the way up to vertical. Now take a moment, find your balance, dig into the right big toe, slow your breathing down. And then once you're stable, right hand to the right hip with your left hand, draw the left knee up as high as you can, keep the toes pointed down. Now this could be good enough. Keep your gaze forward, but if you want to take it further, start to lean your shoulders back. You can always bend into that right knee. And if you want to take it further still, maybe reach that right arm up and back, but keep your balance, just take it to where you can. Now from leaning, just bring yourself back up, right hands to your hips. Switch feet, left foot comes down, right knee up high, hold. Now once you balance on that left foot, take your eagle bind. Right leg crosses tightly over the left, sink your hips down. You can always touch the right foot to the floor. And then once the legs are bound, bring that left arm behind your back, half bind, palm facing away. Left hand comes to the right side. Right hand meets the left. Palms together, fingers and lace, shoulders pull back. Now sink low, keep your chest open, maybe hinge from the hips. Take this to where you can. All right, with your next inhale, press in that left foot, lift your right knee, and draw the right knee out to the side, step this out wide, and just bring yourself into your straddle stance again. Heels in, toes out. And again, you can go wider, you can go narrower. Now as you hold this, let's take it side to side. Deep bend left knee, lift the toes of the right foot toward the ceiling, and then just come back up to center. Deep bend to the right knee, lift the toes of your left foot as you sink down, and then come back up. Deep bend left knee, lift the toes of the right foot again, take it down low. Back up to center here. Deep bend to the right knee, sink low to this side, lift the toes of your left foot, and then come back to center. Deep bend to left knee, sink low to this side, lift the toes of the right foot, hold. Now left arm stays bound, but release the right hand, bring it down to the floor. And then lift your left heel, come to sit in that left heel, bring it down low. Now the toes of the right foot point up, you can just stay like this. If you want to take it further, start walking that right hand into the direction of the right foot, and maybe lift your left shoulder, but try to stay low here and just keep breathing. Dig down into that right heel. Take an inhale. And with the exhale, bring both hands down. Now set your feet flat and stay folded. Let's take us into that horse stance again. Now just a wide-legged squat, heels in, toes out. Bring the hips down low, thighs toward parallel with the floor. And bring your hips into center. When you're ready, left hand stays at the center of the mat. Press the palm down. Right hand on the right knee. And we're just going back and forth to the right side, so put the weight to the right foot. Left foot steps back and across. Now stay low as you step it out, and step it back out like that. And then step the left foot wide and sink back into horse. Again, weight to the right foot. Left foot steps back and across, sink down low. And then go ahead and step your left foot out wide back to horse. One more time, weight to the right foot. Left foot steps back and across. Now try to sink further down inside the right leg as best you can. And if you can take it further, maybe lift the right foot or left foot and press that left leg into the right. There's a good bit of cramping involved with that. Keep in mind if you haven't done that before. All right, push her to the right foot, step your left foot out wide, and then bring both hands down. Now turn to the left toward the front of the mat. Left foot between your hands. This puts you in low lunge. And we'll take this to side plank. Right hand is your base. Roll to the outside edge of the right foot and just slide the left foot back. Press it down into the floor. Keep your hips up high. Left hand to your left hip. And then just maybe reach the left arm high. If you can, reach that left arm past your head and lift the hips up higher still. Stretch your left side long. Now take an inhale. And with the exhale, just roll into center. Both hands down, both feet down. Come into high plank with your feet about hips width distance apart. And then heels lifted. Bend your knees, sink your seat toward your heels. And we'll take it into that twist one more time. Step your left foot forward up to the right. Lift your right hand. Now press the right elbow into your left thigh and bring the right palm to the floor to brace the twist. Now look forward, start to lean, keep the twist. This is good enough. If you're going to take it further, shoulders forward, elbows back, maybe just lift that left foot. You can always take it further, but just take it where you can. And then once you're ready to step that left foot back, find your high plank. And from here, we'll take the last transition. So take an inhale. With the exhale, set your knees down. Shoulders forward, elbows back. Bring your chin and chest down low. With the inhale, pull your chest forward. Straighten the arms, upward facing dog. Exhale, draw your belly. Hips up high to down dog. Now from down dog, we're going to take this into half pigeon. So when you're ready with an inhale, raise your right leg high behind you. With the exhale, bring it forward. Right knee behind the right wrist, right ankle somewhere behind the left. Now bring your left knee down, flatten the left foot behind. Pull the left hip forward, keep it in line with the right so the hips stay squared. And just sink your weight straight down. Look for at least some of this stretch on the right side, outer right hip or into the glutes. And you can take this where you like. You can keep your torso upright. You can go toward a back bend and take that deeper. And if you want to melt down and just take it easy, you can come down to the elbows and maybe even melt down all the way. But keep the left hip pulling forward, both hips sinking down. To engage this further, you can kick the right foot into the floor, but just breathe here. And then from here, if you're off the hands, bring the hands in close. And then go tuck the toes of your left foot, release your right leg. Just take a moment, shake it out. And then once your right foot comes down, take this on the other side. Inhale your left leg high. With the exhale, bring it forward. Left knee behind your left wrist left ankle somewhere behind the right. Bring the right knee down, flatten the right foot behind you. Pull the right hip forward, keep the hips in line, and just sink your weight straight down. Look for some of that stretch on the left side, this time out of left hip toward the glutes. Now you can stay upright. You can always go deeper in extension. And if you want to come down and relax again, you can come down to the elbows. You can sink down all the way. But again, keep the right hip pulling forward, both hips sinking down toward the floor. And if you want to engage this further, try to kick the left foot down into your mat. All right, go ahead and bring yourself onto your hands and bring the hands in close. Tuck the toes of your right foot. Release your left leg. Take a moment, shake it. And then once you set the left foot down, go ahead and bring your knees to the floor. And we're going to take this into Camel. So you're going to stay on your knees. Keep the knees about hip-width distance apart. It's about 1 fist distance between your thighs. And then hands, your hips. Bring yourself all the way upright. Now, you can do this with your feet flat behind you, and this is the way I always do it. If it suits you better, you can always tuck your toes, keep in mind. But bring your hands to your hips, squeeze your glutes and press the hips forward, and keep that engagement, keep your hips pressed forward. You can bring the hands down lower, you can bring them toward the low back, but wherever you place your hands, keep the shoulders pulled back and draw the elbows toward each other, keep your chest open. Now, when you're ready, just bring your gaze up the front wall. Walk it up to the ceiling. And once you find the point on the ceiling directly above you, just check in with this. Push your feet into the floor, squeeze your glutes, keep the hips pressing forward, and release your shoulders toward the mat as much as you can. Now, if you want to take this further, go ahead and bring your hands to heart center. Now, you can walk your gaze further along the ceiling and look for the back wall, and this might be good enough. Keep your hips still pressing forward. If you want to take it deeper, maybe release your hands to your heels. And if you do find that position, be sure you're still keeping the hips pressed forward and the shoulders are still pulling back. Just take things to where you can. Now from wherever you are, slowly walk your gaze along the ceiling. Find the front wall. Bring yourself down to sitting on your heels for a moment. And just give yourself a moment to breathe. Now, if you took this deep with your head pretty far back, if you're seeing spots, don't go anywhere until everything looks normal. You got to let the blood come back to your head. But whenever you're ready, bring your legs out from underneath you, and then come all the way down onto your back. Once you're down, pull your knees into your chest and just squeeze everything in. And we're going to take this to Supercomicasana. So go ahead and release your left knee and bring the left foot to the floor. Right knee to the center of your chest. Now go ahead and open up your right leg to 90 degrees, and then cross your legs. Bring your left knee in tight behind the right. Now, it's opposite hand to opposite leg. You can hold the knees, and this is good enough. Keep your knees close and pull down flat in your spine. If you want to take this deeper, you can work your hands toward your feet. And if you want to take it deeper still, you can curl your toes toward your hands, pull your feet toward the floor, and then pull the feet up toward the shoulders at the same time. Now, whatever grip you have, keep your knees close to your chest, work to flatten your spine, and push up into your hands as your hands are pulling down. Keep breathing with this. Take it deeper now. And then with the exhale, release your grip. Untangle your legs. And switch this out. Right foot to the floor, left knee to the center of your chest. Open your left leg to 90 degrees. And then cross your legs. Bring the right knee in directly behind the left. Now go ahead, squeeze down, keep the knees close, work to flatten your spine, maybe just hold the knees. If you're going to go further, work your hands toward your feet. And if you want to take it deep, curl your toes toward your hands, pull the feet toward the floor, and up toward your shoulders at the same time. Now again, whatever grip you have, the knees stay close. You still try to flatten out against the floor and press up into your hands as the hands pull down. Just breathe with this. Take a deep inhale. And then with the exhale, just release your grip. Untangle the legs. Bring your knees to your chest side by side. And let's take this to happy baby. Reach between the knees. Take hold of the outside edges of your feet. Stack your ankles above your knees. And then pull down. So try to bring the knees to the floor outside your ribs. Press your feet back up into your hands at the same time. Keep the tension working both up and down. Flatten your spine, sink your tailbone down toward the floor. And if you want to take it further, you can rock a little bit side to side. Further still, you can extend your legs out against your grip. And then finally, from wherever you are, take a deep inhale here, draw down as much as you can. And then with the exhale, just release, extend your legs out fully. Lay your arms at your sides. Open up your palms toward the ceiling. And just let your eyes close here and let your body settle down into the mat for a moment. Now when you're ready, just let yourself move bit by bit, fingers and toes, arms and legs. Take a deep inhale, reach your arms out long past your head. And then pull everything back in, bring the elbows toward your chest. Draw your knees up as well. And just find your way up to a comfortable seat. Ground yourself into the mat, stack your spine. Bring your hands up to heart center. And then take a deep inhale, hold on to this at the top. And just let everything go. And I thank you for joining class. Namaste.